Hi, I'm Bryce Hoisington and welcome to Bryce vs. Wild. I am here to show you how to survive in the wilderness. So before we get started, let me show you what I have brought with me. Brought my knife. I have also brought flint and steel. Flint and steel is to start fires. You put it together and then you swipe it and it makes a spark. The other thing I have brought in is a saw. You have to be very careful with these things. I also have my pot to put water in if you find a stream and you boil it on a fire. Have you ever thought about what you need to know if you're ever stranded? As you watch this video, see if you can notice the 5 basic rules, okay? I'm going to ask you about the 5 basic rules at the end of this video. Rule number 1, if you're ever stranded in the wilderness, stay calm and don't panic, because lots of people have died because they have panicked. The second thing you need to know in the wilderness is build a shelter. So let's go look at for a shelter now. We are going to try and look for a shelter that has a nice place for you to sleep and a good place to build a roof. Hey, here's a nice place. This is a nice place because you could lay some sticks down right there, and then you could sleep under here and then make a fire. So let's get started building a shelter. I'm now cutting ferns for the roof, top of the shelter. And gotta make sure to cut low so you have enough fern. Normally you would want to have a lot more fern to pack it down so rain doesn't get in. Next thing to do after a shelter is all made, you want to make your bed. You don't want to lay directly on the ground, so you want some bush and ferns and stuff, and leaves on the ground. So you want to clear all the wood out. The reason you don't want to lay directly on the dirt is because the dirt is cold. You want to lay leaves down so that you're warmer at night. Let me show you what it would look like if I were going to sleep in here. Again, we would want to put a lot more ferns and leaves on the shelter, but for this video we don't want to take the time. The next thing after our shelter and bed is to build a fire. I think this place right here would be a good place to make a fire because it's close to me. It'll keep me warm, but not too close to burn me. I'm using this to push all the leaves and stuff away so I can make a fire. The reason I'm moving the leaves is I don't want them to catch on fire and burn the woods down. I think that would do good enough. Next thing on making a fire is that you want to collect dry wood. The way you make a log cabin fire is you put 2 right there, and you want to make sure that it is close and tight, and then you lay 2 like that, and then you keep going. And you also want to get some dry leaves and put some in the middle, and you want some dry ferns. And then you want to keep building. And once you get going higher, you want to start going in closer, and also want to put more leaves in. To start this fire, I'm going to use this flint and steel. It has been used for thousands of years. Sometimes it takes a really long time to start a fire with flint and steel, but hopefully we can start it quickly. So there you go. Once you have that taken care of, you want to get some water. You can survive without food for 3 weeks, but you can only survive without water for 3 days. I'm going to go over to the stream and fill up some water, and then I'm going to put it on the fire and boil it so it gets all the bacteria out of it. So when you boil this, you're gonna want to put it on for at least 5 minutes. I think it's done now. Now this is what it will look like when I sleep here tonight. I've got my shelter, I got my bed, I got my fire, and I got my water. Pretty cool, huh? When you're ready to leave camp, always remember to put your fire out completely. I'm going to go get some water from the stream and pour it on the Fire. Just to be safe, I'm gonna go get 2 more buckets of water. I think that's good. I've used more water than I needed, but we always want to be safe. The next step after you boil your water is to find food. But I don't think we're that far into the woods, so let's try and get out of here. If you're ever stranded in the wild, and if you find a stream, you should follow it because it would lead to a city or village or a road. So let's follow this stream. Oh, hey, cameraman, come here. I found a dead snake, but you wouldn't want to eat this because it's been rotting too long. I think we're getting close. I heard a car. Let's keep on moving. I can see a clearing. See, the stream usually leads to a road, and now you can get some help.